probably a bit of an understatement to say that haven't been really active this year starting out. And that's more because of just there's a lot of factors that kind of go into this. But I've uploaded 5 things so far in 2025. That's nearly the end of February, and we've had games and shit that we have. Well, we haven't really had a lot of games. We've had Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which is a very, very long game, which is why I planned on streaming it instead of recording it. Do we start today? Or as of this video gets uploaded, I don't know. It's 8:41 in the morning. I was going to see if I could record this and get this up for Saturday, but we'll see what happens if it's up Saturday or if it's up Sunday. Streaming is going to have to start soon sometime, because I do want to get past Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and we got WWE 2K25 coming out that I want to record. We got a lot of stuff going on, but I don't know. It's just been a rough start to the year for me, in all honesty with you. I was really hoping to make 2025 a fantastic year, and I still think it'll end up being that for my channel, at least. For myself and my personal plans and goals, I'm not really starting out very well. It sucks, but I think it's just a matter of, I'm only 21 years old. I don't know why I said what to that, but I'm only 21 and I'm still trying to figure out where I fit in life right now. And right now I have my own apartment. I'm actually in Iowa currently. I have my own apartment in Iowa, which is from where I'm at, which is 11 hours away from where I live in middle of nowhere, Minnesota. Yeah, so I came down here for a reason, and the reason I'm here isn't really the reason I want to be here anymore. So it's like I do want to go home. I do want to move back up home, and I kind of want to be closer to home. I'm in a bigger city-ish place. Not really a city, but it's a pretty big town, and it's not. I don't really care for this. In case I live in the middle of nowhere, and it's very less traveled, is what I should say. So it's like I'm not used to this big city driving and all this stuff and all this other stuff. And at home I kind of have everything at my fingertips, if you know what I'm saying. Not really everything at my fingertips, but everything at my fingertips in terms of I have a lot of family out there that live all across the place. I know everybody out there. It's just another one of the big factors. Here, I'm on my own, really. I don't know anybody here. And I especially, ever since I left what I was doing, especially on my own, really. And it just kind of sucks. I really want to be going home, but we'll see what happens. I don't know, dude. I don't know. But this isn't about 2025. This isn't about the future. This is about looking back. 2024, we had a plethora of games that we played here on the channel. There was a lot more I wish I could have played. I didn't end up playing them, but we'll see. We'll see how 2025 shapes up in terms of playing video games, I guess. So right here we have the list. These are all the different games / DLCs that I played here in 2024. They are all in order, starting with Silent Hill, the short message, which was a little one episode thing that we did on the channel that they dropped, and it was only like a 2-3 hour long thing, but it was really cool. Very, very strong message. We had Suicide Squad, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, WWE 2K24 Alone in the Dark, Final Fantasy Final Fantasy 16 The Rising Tide, Stellar Blade, Alan Wake 2 The Night Springs DLC, Still Wakes the Deep, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora The Skybreaker DLC, College Football 25, Madden 25, Star Wars Outlaws Astrobot, Silent Hill 2, Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred, Black Ops 6, Alan Wake 2 The Lake House DLC, Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl, Indiana Jones in the Great Circle, Star Wars Outlaws The Wildcard DLC, and Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, the Secret of the Spiders DLC, which we just finished up about a week ago. And these were all the games that came out in 2024 that I plan to play in 2024. Well, not all of them that I plan to play. There was a few of them that went out there. There's already a few in 2025, like Avowed, that I wish I kind of could have gotten into, but it's not going to happen. We got a bunch of shit coming out in March, and I want to get into Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I've also already been in I'm also hoping to get into some Civilization 7. I want to do a short little series on that, whether that gets very big or not. I don't know. It's a very grindy game that you kind of got to sit down and just grind, and you got to have patience, you know. And obviously, we'll see where that goes with that. But in terms of 2024, these are a lot of fun games, and now there are some games that came out in 2024 that I played on my own that probably better than some of these games, but it was all right. These are going to be my predictions at the end of the day. You want to do your own predictions? Well, I can leave the link for this in the description below, so you can fucking do whatever you want with it. If you want to make your own tier list, go right ahead. This is my tier list. These are my opinions. This is my channel. And this is always just kind of the end of the year recap of all the games. We were going to do a WWE and AEW pay-per-view one, but that's just not going to happen this year. We will try to get one in next year, though. Just some things that happened that came up that didn't allow me to do that video. I mean, I could do it now, but it's just, I feel like it's kind of too late for that. I feel like this is already too late to do the 2024 video game one. But I'm doing it anyway, because I don't care. But these are all the games that we recorded. We didn't stream any games this year. But these are all the games that we recorded this year. They're in order of when we recorded them. They are in order of what's up on the channel. So in the January or February, whenever we did this was the first thing we did in 2024, and Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora was the last game we did in 2024. I guess we finished it in 2025, but in Star Wars Outlaws, I think the last episode went up on January 1st, so that was also in 2025. But all these other things were recorded and uploaded in 2024. But let's get right into our rankings, our tier list, and don't mind any of these ads. I am not associated with any of them. I might blur them out, to be honest with you. We will see what I do with that. But this is a 2024 video game Logan PN YouTube tier list maker. I will put the link for it in the description below if you do want to make your own, or do you want to customize your own little thing. These are only video games that I played on the channel. These are not all the video games in 2024 that came out, so only games that played on my channel that were on here. But if we start off with the first game that we played in 2024, this is Silent Hill: A Short Message. It was a very, very powerful game, I will say that. I remember I actually did not get a wink of sleep the night before I played this, and it was, I woke up, I didn't even wake up, it was more like I just got up and be like, let's record this and let's just get it over with. Ended up being very, very powerful. I ended up having to, I think I had to take my dog out in the middle of it too, and I was very tired, but I couldn't fall asleep either, so it was kind of like, what, you know, yeah, it was about, I can't really sit here and say like what some of them are about, because I haven't touched this game since February, which has now been a whole year. Same with Suicide Squad. I haven't touched those in a whole year, so I won't be able to really talk about them in depth like I could, like Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. I just played that a week ago. Of course I know a lot more. It's a lot more fresher in my mind than this. This is a secret message. I know this was about a girl that was having a lot of suicidal thoughts, and I think she actually did end up committing suicide at the end of the game, but there was just a very, very powerful message in it, and it was absolutely incredible, and I absolutely loved it, which is why I'm going to throw it in A. It was only a 3-hour game. There wasn't very much to it. I am actually going to pull up my channel here as well, just to kind of tell you guys how many episodes I did. Oh, that's not the right button. How many episodes, how long we spent recording it, and all that nonsense. So if I take a look here, I gotta go back a couple of pages. Maybe 1 second. So we recorded this, or we uploaded it, I should say. Never mind, it's gonna sit and load for about 20 minutes. I think we uploaded it in February, or was it a game that came out in January? Oh, I've gone too far. So yeah, we had a bunch of Madden 23 shit, which we've already put in the other thing. Where's my video game tier list? When did I upload that? I uploaded that on December 27th. So Yeah, that was a 2022 and 2023 because we didn't do one at the end of 2022 because that was the year I restarted my channel. But Silent Hill: A Short Message came out February 3rd on my channel, and then after that, February 7th, we started Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League. Now, Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League had, I think it was just 8 episodes. Had 8 episodes, all about an hour to an hour 30, I believe, was the time marks on those. And it always depends how long I don't necessarily have a plan of how long I'm going to record. Sometimes it ends up going a whole lot longer because I'm in the middle of something. I just don't want to leave it there. I've actually been on a more of a, I'm going to leave you guys at a cliffhanger ending here recently, which kind of sucks for me too because I leave myself on a cliffhanger ending. So because there's not many of these games where I'm able to just kind of sit down and record episode after episode after episode. I know, I worked 10-hour days, so during Star Wars Outlaws, Astrobot, Still Wakes Deep, Stellar Blade, these games here in this stretch, I wasn't able to, all the way up to Black Ops 6, I wasn't able to upload or sit down and record multiple episodes in one day. I had to record them day after day and get them up the next day. Because I'd work a 10-hour shift, and I'd have to come home and then record the episode, and I'd spend the rest of the night, and I'd sit down, and I just kind of want to lay down and watch some YouTube. I was on my feet all day. I was working, I'm not going to say where I was working, but I was working on my feet all day, so, but the last episode was published on February 15th of 2024, so this was still over a year ago. But Suicide Squad, in terms of story and all that, the live service was very dumb. I don't understand why that was made a live service game. It was cool that you could play co-op and you could play it up to 4 players, but that could have just been a straightforward story you could have told without having to do live service with that, which is my weird problem with some of these games. And you add all these different skins and shit are cool, whatever. But constantly adding, they added a Joker to it, and they added some other people to it. I don't even know. I don't care. After I finished the game and finished the main story, I didn't go back and ever touch the game again. So, yeah, that's just what kind of happened. But the combat, in terms of fighting and all that stuff, was fun. The boss fights were kind of easy, which I'm not going to do that. The story was very meh. I didn't care for the story. The Batman shit was fighting Arkham's Batman. That was fun as fuck. But, in terms of that, I think I'm going to throw Suicide Squad in a C. I don't think it was as bad to put it in D or F. I don't know if we're going to have any D or Fs, in all honesty with you. I think this was probably the worst game that I played all year, if I'm just looking at this list. And I don't know how many Cs we're going to have either. I know this one was definitely going to be a C because it just wasn't as fun. I didn't have as much fun playing this. I'm actually going to put Suicide Squad. Oh, God, Lord. Oh, no. A game about suicide and just call it Suicide Squad. I'm going to put this down in B, actually. I just don't think... I've got a lot of games that I want to put in A, and I don't think, as short as it was, I can't... The message was very strong, but it was more of a walking simulator, to be honest with you. There wasn't really any combat. It was just kind of running from things. So, yeah, I think it deserves to be in a B. Just because of how strong the message is, I'm not going to put it any lower than that, but... That'll be at a B. Suicide Squad, we're throwing at a C. It just wasn't a crazy... It wasn't a crazy fun game. The combat was kind of fun. Outside of that, it felt... I didn't really like it that much. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This game, obviously, is going into A. It wasn't my game of the year, personally. There was a lot more games I enjoyed. This one, I had a lot of problem with the dodging, and it really annoyed me, I know that. But the story... voice acting, all of that was just so utterly incredible that I cannot, it can't go any lower than A, man. So it was just such an incredible game. Final Fantasy VII, they do such a great job with the Final Fantasies. I never played the original Final Fantasy VII, but it was still very, very fun. And I'm excited for the third rendition of the remake because I know how long, I think Final Fantasy VII, I think the game itself kind of was a very, very long game, one of the longest games, which is crazy because 7 Rebirth and 7 Remake were such long games in and of themselves. But I think the original Final Fantasy VII came with 3 discs because of how long the game was. So they split it up and made it into 3 different games for the remakes, and honestly, I can't be mad at that. There's so much that goes into these games that it is just absolutely incredible to play. The story, the combat, it was still fun to play. It was still very fun to play, but it is one of those games that, and sometimes when I do play some of these games, I don't enjoy them as much, so I play them every other day or play them every day instead of making 1 or 2 recordings. When there's a game that I'm so into that I gotta sit down and just record episode after episode, especially when I'm on days that I'm working 10-hour shifts, Final Fantasy VII was one of them, and I'd sit down and I'd play and just not stop, and I'd end the video and I'd immediately start the next video, and we'd keep going. So there that is. WWE 2K24. This is more specifically the My Rise. I didn't play the female one. I played the male one, though. I believe in this year's 2K25, they're actually pretty much the same story, no matter if you choose 2K20 or a man or a woman. I don't think it matters, but they're going to be like the same exact story or whatever. So that's nice, because then it's like I don't got to play both. Because once I finish the male one, I really don't want to create a whole new character and do the female one. So I still haven't even done the female one yet. I haven't done the female one on 2K23. I did it on 2K22, but I have no interest in going back and finishing in 2K. I started it in 2K23, but didn't finish it, and I'm not going to do it on 2K24. Sorry, I don't care that much. But the male one was it was fun. It was fun. I'm not going to sit here and say it wasn't anything incredible. I think this was the one where you started off, you were already in the WWE for a couple of years, and you started off as an underdog in the Universal Championship Tournament after Roman had vacated his title because he went to Hollywood. And you ended up winning that tournament thanks to the help of Roman Reigns, because he didn't want Cody to win, so he screwed Cody out of the title and gave it to you, and you ended up holding it for as long as possible and breaking his reign. It was a fun story, very creative, and I'm just ranking this on the My Rise itself and not ranking it on the whole game. Obviously, I'm ranking it on that. I had it on Legendary, I believe, actually, or Legendary, or the hardest difficulty, whatever it was, which is funny because sometimes I never really did that. I just kind of wanted to get through it. But the game was really easy, and even on the hardest difficulty, it was a lot less annoying than 2K22. I think I played 2K22 on the easiest difficulty, or not easiest, but on normal at least, because I was annoyed with how too many times people kicked out of like 5 finishers on. I don't even think it was the hardest difficulty. It was the second hardest one. I was sitting here like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And this one was just surprisingly really easy, and I just don't think it was as great. I'm going to put it on at B, because I did like the My Rise. It's not going to be better than Silent Hill, A Short Message. This might be the end of B. Hell, I probably even put it at the start of C, but I think I'm going to keep it in B. It's still not the greatest 2K game that came out in the last couple of years. I still think 2K22 going to stand the test of time for a little bit here, even though 2K25 is looking very good, but there's also some problems that I'm seeing. But we'll see what happens with that. Alone in the Dark. By the way, WWE 2 or Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the first episode came out on March 2nd, which they are all about 2 hours to 2.5 hours long per recording. I'm speaking very far away from the mic. I'm sorry. And we had 14 episodes of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. So, and then WWE 2K24 were all about an hour to an hour and a half long, and we had 7 episodes of that, which the first one came out on March 20th. Because I think I didn't immediately. It came out like early March, I think, and I recorded it a couple days later because I was finishing up Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. After that, though, we had Alone in the Dark, which I played the prologue itself in 1 episode on April 16th. I did play the prologue, and I just uploaded that as a little 15-minute video. But between Alone in the Dark 1, we uploaded on April 17th. I did Final Fantasy 16 Rising Tide in between that. So we did take like a 3-episode break between April 18th was the last time we uploaded Alone in the Dark, and we restarted on April 22nd. So there's that. Yeah. But each episode was about an hour and a half. There are 5 episodes. But Alone in the Dark, it was an okay game. It was another remake that we played on the channel here. There's a lot of remakes this year. There's going to be a lot of remakes every year, to be honest with you. They're remaking so many games. Because after this, we have Silent Hill 2, which was also a remake. And then that's it. But this was a remake of the original Alone in the Dark. I think there were two before this, actually, that were... The original was in, like, 1980, I think. No, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to look that up. Original Alone in the Dark. It was not 1980. I'm insane, right? I am, yeah. Okay, well now you're showing me the remake. It's not what I want. 1992. I'm close. And then there was 2008. There was a 2008 version, which was a PC port, pretty much. It wasn't really a remake. And the game that came out in 2024 was a remake entirely of the game. So it was good. It was fun. It wasn't anything insane. It wasn't anything crazy. The story wasn't anything insane. It was kind of a bizarre story, to be honest with you. What they did there. I haven't tried playing the female. I played the guy. I didn't try going back and playing the female version or what the female saw, but this is obviously only going to be strictly on the guy here. And it was a fun game. I just don't think it was utterly anything insane. I wouldn't say... The short message was free, so I mean, if you want to play it, you can go out there and play it. It's free. It was only like 3 hours. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was definitely worth the money, which is another part of the ranking. Like, is this worth the money I paid? Suicide Squad, I don't think it was worth the money I paid. I think I paid $70 for that as well, as long as Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I bought the best version of 2K, but I do every year or so, but put that in the B. Did I get my money's worth? Well, I certainly did, because I have hundreds of hours on 2K. I do every year, because I like to just kind of sit down and play my own universe mode. Alone in the Dark, I might have to look up the base price for this. Alone in the Dark 2024 base price. It came out at $40. It wasn't an incredibly long game. It was only probably like 10 hours, 8 to 10 hours. We only had 5 episodes, so yeah, it was about like 8 hours, I'd say. Probably not even, and it was all right. Wasn't anything crazy. It was only $40, so I'm gonna put it at the end of B. I'm gonna keep it below everything else here. Only because it was $40 is why I'm gonna put it at the end of B. If I had to pay $70 for that, easily probably had a Suicide Squad. But I paid $40 for Alone in the Dark, and it was a decently fun game. I didn't mind it at all, and nothing crazy. But after that, we had Final Fantasy 16, The Rising Tide, which I think was only like $20. Actually, I don't even think it was that. I think it was like 15, because it wasn't an incredibly long thing. The 2 episodes were on April 20th and April 21st, which the first episode was 2 hours long, and the second episode was only 40 minutes long. So it was only like a 3-hour game, or a 3-hour DLC. So it was only like $15, but it was very, very good. I really liked that they came back and told the story of Leviathan and how you get to fight Leviathan, which was the only guy which Leviathan was missing for many, 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 many years. He hadn't appeared. He hadn't been because they always they choose somebody, which they don't choose anybody anymore because now they're all dead. Who was it? Not Cloud. Fuck, I know his name. Why am I forgetting his name? Bro. How do I forget that name? It was such a great game. I'm gonna remember it. Main character. Clive. Clive. Close. Clive Rossfield. He actually absorbed all of the guys like that. I'm gonna say gods, but was it called Ekrons? Ekrons? No, those are the birds in Avatar. Icons. It was Icon. That was what it was called. They were like gods, pretty much, and they each chose a vessel, and basically, you couldn't control the vessel right away. I know Clive's brother was the Phoenix. And when you fought the Phoenix at the start of the game, you garnered his power, but obviously, like, his brother could still become the Phoenix, and everyone else could still become their guys, but basically their weakened version because Clive took most of their power. But it was a very, very fun game. It was a very, very fun DLC, I should say. Now that you figured out the mystery that Leviathan was frozen in a giant crystal, which was that crystal that was far off the shore that people were asking questions about, which was cool because it didn't end up becoming DLC. So that was fun. And yeah, I'm going to give this one an A because every Final Fantasy is going to be a fucking A. I think Final Fantasy 16 was my game of the year last year. A Final Fantasy game is not my game of the year this year. In fact, if we want to talk about game of the year, we could talk about the next game, Stellar Blade, man. I fucking loved Stellar Blade. We first uploaded that on April 26th. It was $70. I can tell you that much. We had 8 episodes, all ranging. Most episodes were about 2 hours. There's one episode that was an hour and a half, and the final episode was about an hour and a half. So between an hour and a half to 2 hours and 2 hours, there's one episode that's 2 hours. Fucking A. They were long. All right, they were long. But sometimes I get in that rhythm, and I'm just like, I don't want to stop now. So that's been happening as of recently. But dude, Stellar Blade was a fucking banger. The combat was so much fun. The music was incredible. The acting was incredible. The characters were incredible. I loved everything about it, which is why I'm putting it as this year. It's my game of the year this year that we played on the channel. I fucking love Stellar Blade, and I know what game won. Astrobot won game of the year this year. Actually, it's not my game of the year. Personally, I loved Astrobot. It's probably up there. It's a close second. I'm very happy Astrobot won game of the year. Stellar Blade wasn't in contention. Final Fantasy 16 wasn't in contention last year, but we all have different opinions, and that's what makes video games great. Is that we all have our cup of tea, and well, you can choose to drink your cup of tea. You don't need to choose to drink someone else's. So, yeah. But I love Stellar Blade. Everything about it. The story was just incredible, and my favorite thing was just those boss fights, man. Those boss fights were just so much fucking fun. I loved them all. I don't think there was any boss fight that I specifically hated. But other than that, it was pretty fun, and it's gonna be my game of the year, which is the reason I don't think I had game of the year category before, but originally this was just S tier. I was gonna do what I did last year, just put S tier, but I decided I'd do game of the year because they're only gonna weigh one game at the game of the year. We might as well put that in. Then S tier never makes any sense. We're grading here, and it's not a. There's no game. S isn't a grade. Night Springs, Alan Wake 2 Night Springs. We recorded this on June 10th, 2024, which we didn't really record much in the month of May, but I think I was very busy that month. I think that was my first month I returned back to work at a time, but that's all right. But Night Springs lasted about 3 episodes, all about they were each an episode. There was 3 episodes in Night Springs, and I split them all in different episodes. So the first and third episode are about an hour, and the second one is 40 minutes. But it was fun. It was just different stories of different people in the Alan Wake universe, and it was pretty fun. It was about what? It was like a $10 expansion, $15 expansion. Nothing crazy priced anyway. But it wasn't anything crazy. It wasn't anything insanely story. It wasn't anything insanely story related, I should say. Which is why I'm going to put it at the end of B, because it didn't really have much for the main story of Alan Wake, which is cool and all, but I wasn't into it as I was the lake house, which actually kind of gave us more information of what was going on at the lake, because you were in the little lake house thing was a little building off the lake that Alan Wake was stuck in. So yeah, Still Wakes the Deep, another this is a very fun indie game, man. If I can't find a game to play in a month, I normally look for some kind of cool indie game. Still Wakes the Deep came out on, hold on, I'll get that for you. I accidentally scrolled down here. I didn't mean to do that. I can't scroll back up. There we go. But if we look, Still Wakes the Deep, we uploaded first on June 20th. and the last episode was on June 23rd. It was only about 4 episodes long. It wasn't an incredibly long game, all about an hour long each. But it was fun. It was very fun. The story was incredible. It was also kind of one of those walking simulators that you played, but I think mainly was the voice acting. The Scottish voice acting was just incredible, man. I fucking loved the voice acting in the game. And it was insane. It really was, listening to the voices in that game. But the story itself was very fun, very mysterious. We still don't really have an answer as to what it was, but it was changing people, mutating them, and all that shit. It was like some kind of chemical reaction or some kind of nuclear shit that they drilled into, and it was changing everybody. And everybody, all those guys were trying to kill the people that were still alive. And I know they wanted to escape back to the mainland, but at the end of the game, they were like, I'm not gonna sit here and spoil games and for this. This is for me telling you if you should buy the game or not, really. So I'm not gonna spoil the game for you. But they ended up drilling into something, and yeah, it was a very incredible game. I don't want to sit here and say what happened during the games because I feel like this is just kind of a thing for me to sit here and tell you that, hey, this was a very fun game. I enjoyed this game. If you want to, go play it. If you don't want to, don't. I'm letting you know if this is worth the money. I think Still Wakes the Deep was only $40, so it wasn't insanely expensive, and it was just a very, very fun, like 5-6 hour story that we got to play. So I'm actually going to put it above 2K, but I'm going to keep it below Silent Hill: A Short Message because of just how powerful that message truly was. Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, the Skybreaker. I'm going to be honest with you. This was 4 episodes long, sorry. First 3 episodes are about an hour and a half. The last episode was about an hour. First uploaded this on July 29th, which I didn't upload a whole lot in the month of July until then. And the last episode was August 2nd. We had SummerSlam between that, so I obviously uploaded a SummerSlam. I don't think I uploaded on August 1st, but I think it was busy. Doesn't matter. It was okay. I like this one better. This is another like $20 update or DLC. I liked it better than the second one, which we just played, the Secrets of the Spires. But I'm just kind of got silly, sick and tired of Avatar, to be honest with you. This game started off very fun, but now that I don't really care to go back and play it. I don't really have fun with it anymore. And knowing that, I'm gonna put this one at the end of B. Because I think I like this one better than front. I don't think, as I said, I don't think there's anything that's D or F related here, but I'm gonna put it at the end of B. It wasn't anything crazy. It was more, B's kind of be like my middle of the road kind of thing here. I think C is. I think these are still good games, and I think you should still go out and take a look at them. I'd maybe wait with some of these games if they're maybe on sale, which this is free, so you don't have to wait for that. But like Still Wakes the Deep is probably like $20 now, so you can probably go and buy that. 2K never fucking goes down in price for some damn reason, unless it's on sale. Alone in the Dark is another game that's probably $20. Night Springs is probably only $5 now. Skybreaker is probably not that expensive either, but it's Ubisoft, so they're gonna squeeze you for every ounce of dollar amount they can get. But it was nothing crazy. I don't even really remember it that well, so that's why I don't even know if I can do anything more or say anything more about it. But other than that, we got College Football 25. Now, College Football 25, man, I have a fucking blast. I did 2 episodes, I think, of JMU Dynasty. I did. I was originally going to keep playing it for as long as I can and just keep uploading it, but I got bored quickly, to be honest with you, and I didn't end up doing any more. I think this year I'm going to try and get a whole lot more football content out. Same with Madden 25. I did 1 rebuild. I did 1 Las Vegas Raiders franchise, and I never went back and played the game again. Or I have. I've played both Madden and College Football 25 a lot. I just didn't really care to record it at the time. This year I'm hopefully going to plan on getting a whole lot more into College Football 25 and Madden 25. I also think I recorded a 3rd episode of JMU Dynasty. I just never got it up. I just didn't care, to be honest with you. I uploaded the first one on August 11th. They all got copyright because the stupid fucking background song that I was playing at the time just got copyrighted this summer. So, yeah. But College Football 25 is so much fucking fun. I love it. This is obviously going to be a benchmark game. It's probably not better than NCAA 14, but I never played it, so I don't fucking care. Will College Football 26 be better? Probably not, but this one, I'm putting this one on an A. I loved College Football 25. It was just so much fun, and I'm still playing it. I'm still having so much fun with the dynasty, the recruiting, all that shit. I have so much fun with it, and that's why we're going to put it at A. Madden 25 was not nearly as fun this year. I don't think it was better than Madden 24. I haven't really played much of it. I haven't been gone insane with it like I have in the years past because of College Football 25 coming out. I think College Football 25 coming out really hampered Madden 25. So, and I wasn't having fun with Madden 20. I'm having fun with Madden this year. It's not really a noticeable game and at all. I hope Madden 26 is a whole lot better, but it probably won't be. In terms of, they didn't really do anything crazy with the franchise. It's boring. They added a new draft thing, which was very fun. And they have a little draft where guys come up and show their jerseys with their names on it. I love that. I love those little things, man. If you can add more of those little things, like in 2K, if they could bring back the what they used to do with the Universe mode, where they had like the show introductions with the pyro going off. That's just so much fun. Those little things matter. I would love to see like the national championship celebration, the Super Bowl celebration be better. I'd like to see the bowl game celebrations be better. I'd like to see the AFC and NFC championship celebrations be better. Will they happen? No. When they do, I'll probably give them a better grade because I love those fucking small things. But they haven't, and I'm giving Madden 25 a C. I don't care for Madden this year. I'm not going to put it any lower because I don't think I'm that bored of it. I mean, I don't think it's that bad. It's just another middle-of-the-road Madden, man. And I really, really love to see EA do better, especially because of how much they charge for these games. Because Madden was $70, College Football 25 was $70. I think I bought the deluxe edition. I bought the combo pack, so I got both of these games together with the deluxe editions. But I never really played online, so those didn't matter in any sense of the word whatsoever. So, yeah, I think can I change these? Oh, look at that, I can. I didn't know that. But yeah, Star Wars Outlaws. We started recording on August 31st. I think it came out on August 30th. And we had 12 episodes of Star Wars Outlaws. And they ranged between an hour and a half to 2 hours long. I thought Star Wars Outlaws was a very fun game. I really enjoyed Star Wars Outlaws. I think a lot of people actually hated it, but they just didn't like it. They thought KFS was ugly, you know. That's God, dude, I hate getting into this conversation. It is so dumb. So dumb. It's a video game. Grow up. But yeah, I thought Star Wars Outlaws, I had a blast playing it. I think the combat was fun. The stealth was fun, but I feel like you got seen very easily. I just didn't have as much fun with it. And that's how I felt the same about Avatar Frontiers of Pandora at the end of it. I just kept getting seen for stupid bullshit reasons. And it was like, whatever. Let's just fucking shoot everybody, you know. Let's just give up and shoot everybody. But Star Wars Outlaws was fun. I had fun. I thought the story was very fun. I'm giving it a B. And I'm going to put it at the front of B because I still thought it was a very, very fun game. I thought it was better than all of these. But it wasn't anything crazy. If it's on sale, I'd say go buy it. If it's not, I wouldn't buy it at full price. But, I mean, it's a game that if you bought it at full price, I wouldn't be like, man, that's alright. I mean, I thought it was a fun game. Who cares? It's a game that I would personally say wait for it to be on sale. Wait for it to be like $40 and play it. These games that are in A, I'd buy right away at $70, $100, whatever they're fucking charging, because they were that fucking good. And Game of the Year, obviously, they could charge me $200 and I'd buy it. That's not true, because not all Game of the Years are the same. Stellar Blade is nowhere near Final Fantasy 16. But yeah, Astrobot, another fucking very, very fun game. I think this was like the first, because it was funny, because I was talking about this with my friend. He was playing Silent Hill 2 at the time. Like, it was very funny on my channel. I went from playing a kid's platformer game on the channel, an Astrobot, to a psychological horror in Silent Hill 2. Just like that. Just overnight. Not really overnight. They came out around the same time. But Astrobot we uploaded on September 14th through September 20th. There were 7 episodes, all about an hour to 2 hours long. Besides episode 6 was an hour long. So, I think we started at one of those planets or galaxies or whatever, and we just played all the way through the galaxy. And when we were done with the galaxy, we ended the episode. That's just how it went. Very fun. It obviously won the Game Awards Game of the Year, which is why, I mean, I gotta put it at A, right? I'm gonna put it behind Final Fantasy VII Rebirth because I like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth more. But Astrobot was definitely an A game. If it was $70, go fucking buy it. It was so much fun. It's fun for the whole family. Kids would love it. I fucking loved it. I had a blast playing it. Besides, oh man, those fucking time trials, bro. Not time trials, like those little challenge things. Oh man, those drove me nuts. As you all would, if you watched the episodes, you would know. Silent Hill 2, another fucking banger game, man. Silent Hill 2 first episode came out on October 11th, and we recorded that till the 18th. There was 9 episodes. All were very good. All about 2 hours long. Besides the last episode, which was 40 minutes long. It was such a banger game, man. The story, probably one of the best stories that came out this year, in my honest opinion. I fucking love Silent Hill 2. I actually learned to really love the combat in the game. Once I got a hold of the dodging and all that shit, I think it really wasn't that bad. I had a blast with the game. It was another one of those games where I just sat down and was playing and recording videos. Like, I'd get done one recording, I'd immediately start the next one because I just loved the game that much. It was just so much fun. And the psychological horror part of it was just very, very good. It isn't like, Silent Hill isn't like a jump scare you, jump in your face horror game. It is a game that just makes you feel just that eeriness, you know, because everything, obviously, it's foggy as all hell. Anything can come out of anywhere, and it just gives you that scary that scared feeling. And they don't really do many jump scares, but not all scary shit needs jump scares. Being scared is a feeling. It's not immediately just something jumping out at you, you know. And that's just it kind of gave you that eerie feeling throughout the entire game. And I loved every single second of it. Loved the story. It's going at the top of A for me. Obviously, I don't think it was better than Stellar Blade. I just had too much fun with Stellar Blade this year, and I don't think any game personally beat Stellar Blade. But Silent Hill 2 was the closest that it came, and I love Silent Hill 2. It is at the top of A for me, and yeah, that's all I got for you. Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I didn't care. First of all, my character got to a point where he was so unstoppable that every time I did damage, I just got health. So I wasn't scared to fight anything. We uploaded this between October 20th and October 24th. It was only 5 episodes long, all ranging about an hour and a half to 2 hours. And yeah, I can't even say at the end of the game that I had a blast with it. I thought it was boring. I thought the story was boring. It wasn't like the original. It wasn't like the OG story. I thought there was a whole lot more they could have done, and I'm sure there's going to be more story packs to come out with the game, and I will play them. I think Diablo 4 came out, was it 2023? End of 2023? I can't remember when Diablo 4 came out. Maybe it was June. I don't remember. I don't know. But it was a fun game. I had fun. It was Diablo 4. It was a fun game. Vessel of Hatred. Just take the same thing, add a much more boring story, and there you have it, which is why I'm going to put it at the start of C, if I can. Excuse me, Madden. It really wasn't that great, and I'm not going to put it anywhere. I wouldn't say go out and buy it. I think it was, the base game was $40, which isn't bad, but I didn't care for it in any sort of the sense, and that's why it's going to be at C. Yeah, Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Black Ops 6 was actually fun. I think the story was actually one of the better stories they've told in a while. We started that on October 27th, and it went to November 5th, actually. But there was a short time period where I couldn't upload a whole lot, so I was kind of uploading them very sporadically. Because like the first one, October 27th, then October 28th, then October 31st, then November 2nd, and November 5th. So yeah, it was 5 episodes long, all ranging from about an hour and a half. Pretty much, I don't know. There's a bunch of crazy jumps in some of these. Because like episode 1, 2 hours and 9 minutes. Episode 2, an hour 36. Episode 3, an hour 51. Then episode 6 is an hour 10. And episode 5 is an hour 4. Sorry, episode 4 and episode 5. Yeah, so... But this was a very, very fun campaign. I actually really enjoyed Black Ops 6. I think it's one of the better Call of Duties that came out in a while. I love playing the zombies. I was going to do some streams on the zombies. I still haven't done it. Maybe we'll do some the next time the new map comes out. But I haven't played the Tomb yet at all. I like the other 3 maps, but I have not played the Tomb. My buddy's got to hop on that soon. I think today, actually, the guided mode for the Tomb comes out. And we just haven't really sat down and played it. But that's all right, man. I mean, you gotta take a break from some of these games eventually, especially Call of Duty, man. I play it for like a month, and normally I don't go back to play it. So the fact that I'm still playing it is insane. Because this came out at the end of October. But I don't know. We'll see where Call of Duty goes from Black Ops 6. I don't remember what's coming out this year. If there's another Black Ops or what, but I hope they wait on the Black Ops 7 for a while. But we'll see what happens. But Black Ops 6 was fun, and yeah. That's all I got for you. I'm going to put it above Still Wakes the Deep in the letter B. It wasn't anything insane. Would I pay $70 for the game? I still think I would. If you paid $70, I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't mind waiting until it got a little cheaper too. But yeah. Alan Wake 2, the Lake House DLC. This one we uploaded from November 23rd to November 26th. Oh, it was just 2 episodes long. Never mind. They were just part 1 and part 2. So it was November 23rd and November 24th. Alan Wake 2, The Lake House. It was fun. I didn't mind the DLC at all. I thought this was better than the previous DLC, Night Springs. Is it going to get out of the B? No, it was still like $10, $15, I believe. But it told you more about the lake that Alan Wake was stuck in than any game. And it kind of gave you more about Alan Wake. And it was actually better to the main story. I'm going to put it below Still Wakes the Deep, but in front of 2K24. It was a fun game. If you bought Alan Wake 2, I'd buy the entire package and play both Night Springs and the Lake House, and play them all because I still think they're pretty fun. Stalker 2: Heart of Chernobyl. Stalker 2: Heart of Chernobyl was so much fun, dude. I had a blast with this game. It was very long too. First episode came out on November 26th, and the last episode, which was 17 episodes long, came out on December 16th. So, obviously we had some small, like a day break in between some of these, and actually not really. No, I'm lying to you. 26th, 27th, 28th. Well, from 28th to the 2nd, but I was gone some of those days, so I couldn't record. Then it was the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, up to 16th. So really, there wasn't many breaks in between all of them, but the game was fun. The story was phenomenal. I fucking love the Stalker 2: Heart of Chernobyl. Listen, if you bought the game, I would have paid full price, $70. It was a very fucking fun game. It's going an A for me, and it's going to go ahead of Final Fantasy 16 Rising Tide. I fucking love Stalker 2: Heart of Chernobyl. It was very, very, very fun, and I would love to go back and play the game again. When I put it in A, that means there's some very, very big replayability in these games, and I would love to go back and play them again. I've already been thinking about going back and playing Final Fantasy 16 again, so yeah, there's that. But Stalker 2 was so much fun. The story, the character work, the callbacks to the older games, so much fun. I love the map design. I love everything about it. It was a very, very fun game, and I would highly recommend the game. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. If you want a definition of a movie game, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is that movie. The cutscenes were so fucking long, and like all of that to get like all the game. Like the game was fun. The openness feel to it, just being able to play as Indiana Jones and having his whip and everything. It was fun, but the game wasn't anything crazy. I feel like it wasn't up to Bethesda standards, even though it wasn't like solely a Bethesda game. But it was overseen by the guy who runs Bethesda. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I can see his face, but I can't remember his name. It was a good game. Wasn't anything crazy. I don't think I'm gonna put it above Outlaws, but I will put it above Silent Hill: A Short Message. I would wait for it to go on sale. If you paid $70 for it, I guess I'd understand. It's still a fun game. But the cutscenes were long, all of that game just to get to the final boss fight, and that the final boss fight was that. Yeah, the ends did not really justify the means, to be honest with you. In sort of a video game sense, I guess, not really an actual viewing sense. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying here. But it's a movie game. It really is. Cutscenes are long. There's a lot of fucking cutscenes in the game. If you like that, great. I still want some gameplay in my games. I love a good story. I love fun and exciting cutscenes. But I still need some gameplay here, man. Seriously. After that, we had Star Wars Outlaws Wildcard. This one was fun. It wasn't anything crazy. It was just gambling, pretty much. A lot of the DLC was pretty much us playing Kessel Sabak. And that's really all it was. And it certainly isn't as great as the original game. I think I'm going to put it above Skybreaker, but I'm not going to put it any higher on B. It was still fun. If you did get the main game, I would play the DLC. But it was only like $10-15 as well. So it wasn't anything crazy expensive. Maybe it would have been $20. I don't remember. But it was there. Really, it was there. It wasn't anything crazy about it, but it was there. Yeah, and it had a lot to do with Lando, and Lando's always fun to be around, so there's that. Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, The Secret of the Spires, the last game of 2024, and our 2024 tier list. Another DLC, obviously. Avatar was fun, but I did not like this one. I was sitting here, I was dreading each and every time before the recording, but it was like, I have to record this. Let me finish this off, and I could be done with the 2024 games. It's going ahead of Suicide Squad, and that's it. And it's going in C. It really wasn't that fun, and yeah, it was there. It's all it was, man. It was there. I wasn't having fun with Avatar. I really wasn't having fun with the combat, but we got into it, we finished it, and there you have it. That is my tier list for the video games we played on my channel in 2024. A lot of fun games, but nothing insanely unique, or not that. That's not what I meant to say. A lot of fun games, but there were obviously some games that were just kind of the outlier. These games, everything in B, I'd recommend. If you paid $70 for it, I would understand. But if you paid full price, I should say, not all these games are $70. If you paid full price, I understand, but I'd also wait till they go on sale. And in the A category, you should be paying. If it's still full price, I'd still fucking pay that full price, because these games were absolutely incredible. And then a game of the year was Stellar Blade for me, because I love Stellar Blade. And I'd say if they charged you $100, fucking buy the game, because it was so much fun. I had such a blast with Stellar Blade, and I don't think there was just anything that could beat it out for game of the year for me. When you have a game with such a great soundtrack and such a great story and all that shit, it's especially when you have super fun combat and super fun boss fights, man, it's hard to beat. And that's what Final Fantasy 16 was last year. That's what Stellar Blade was this year. We'll see what it's going to be for 2025. But that is going to do it for this tier list. That's going to do it for this video. If you guys did enjoy, please drop a like. That'd be greatly appreciated. If you're new here, please subscribe for more. By the way, Indiana Jones, by the way, and The Great Circle was 7 episodes long. And Star Wars Outlaws Wildcard was only 2, while Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, Secret of the Spires was 3 episodes long. Forgot to mention that. But if you guys did enjoy, please drop a like. That'd be greatly appreciated. If you're new here, please subscribe for more video game content. We'll be starting streams here in a day or two on Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. After that, we got WWE 2K25. We also got Split Friction, which I'll be playing with a buddy. And yeah. I don't know what else. I don't know. We'll see what else comes after that. We're going to do some videos on Civ 7 too. I just got to wait to see when I decide to do those. They're not going to be right away, but they will happen. Other than that, we got WWE and AEW professional wrestling content, and we also got we also got Madden and football content as well. Social medias in the description below: Twitter, Instagram. Go follow those. Leave a comment of what you thought of my tier list for 2024, the video games I played on my channel, and leave a comment with maybe a link to your tier list, and I'll check out your tier list as well. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode. I'm in the wrong page. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for tuning in.